Okay, guys. So we've gotten a lot of questions about New Year's challenges and what's going on with sales, how to maximize those sales leading up to January 6th. So first of all, I want to give a big shout out to all you that have launched a New Year's challenge. We're ready for a huge 2025, and there's no better way to start it off than the new year. And the new year is going to lead us into big challenges in March, in May, in the summer. We're going to run back the Solin Showdown in 2025. So we got a great schedule for you guys, kicking it off starting January 6th for most of you. But there have been some questions on the promotion and the early sales data on the New Year's start dates. So wanted to address that. This year, we encouraged most of you to launch your challenges as early as possible. So starting December 9th for a lot of you. And the reason we did that is we started seeing the market start promoting New Year's challenges as soon as Black Friday. And it's very important that people know that you are running, and if you're going to run a New Year's challenge, that they know that you're running a New Year's challenge, right? It doesn't mean everybody's going to start buying when you launch on December 9th. In fact, we'd expect most of those sales to come in the last 2 weeks and really the last week. We'll get to that in a second. But it's super important that we get those challenges launched early so that your audience isn't sitting there wondering like, hey, is so-and-so going to launch a challenge? Because maybe I'll go buy somebody else's if they're not. So getting your challenge launched early this year was super important and super crucial. That being said, it doesn't mean all the sales are going to come the first week. So as we think about the 4 weeks leading up to the challenge start date, we're looking right now, we're kind of mid-December, right? We're December 12th. So we've still got about 25 days until the challenge starts. This week and next, we want to be doing a little bit of promotion, 3 to 4 days a week, talking about our challenge, making sure people know what's included, getting them excited. But don't get discouraged if the sales aren't crazy, right? If you look at our typical sales numbers, I'm going to show you guys some graphs. So let me make myself a little smaller over here. If you look at our typical sales numbers, when people are launching challenges, this graph, this line right here shows 29 days out from the challenge start, all the way up to the start date, and then 6 days after. And right now we're around 25 days from the challenge start, right? We would expect to see kind of a slow, steady progression up until around 7 days before the challenge starts. And that's when we're going to start seeing a really big uptick, right? And very often, I know a lot of you guys already know this, but just as a reminder, those last 7 days, you're going to see, anywhere from 2.6 to 3.3x your sales in those last 7 days. This year in particular, with January 6th being the first Monday in January, I think we're going to see even a higher percentage of those sales coming the last 7 days. And the reason being, right now, everybody's thinking about the holidays. They're thinking about Christmas shopping. Most people aren't thinking about getting their New Year's body starting now, December 12th. They probably won't think about it up until after Christmas. They might not even think about it till after the New Year. And because January 6th, because that first Monday in January falls so late this year, I think last year it was like January 1st or 2nd was the Monday. Maybe as the 2nd or the 3rd, but it was early, right? This year being the 6th, a lot of people aren't going to really start thinking about buying their New Year's challenges until like probably January 2nd. They go out, they have a good New Year's, and they get back and like, shoot, I probably should be thinking about what I'm going to do to get healthy this New Year's. And they're going to have 5 days to buy your challenge from January 1st to January 6th. So the main point here is do not be discouraged if the sales numbers in this first week or two aren't looking as crazy as you'd expect. That's completely normal, but it's still very important to be promoting. And it's very important to be letting people know, hey, I've got that New Year's challenge. So they don't go buy somebody else's, right? I think sales will trickle in. Some of us are going to get a lot of sales in these next couple of weeks. But again, those last weeks, the last 2 weeks, and in particular that last week this year, January 1st to January 6th, is where we're going to see huge upticks. And the work that you do from now up until January 1st is what's going to get you to position to 3x a high number, right? We're always talking about let's get our number as high as possible before that last week so that we can 3x it in that last week. The higher we get our numbers now, the more momentum we're going to have, the more people are going to be hyping it up in the community, the more referrals those people are going to send to their friends and invite their friends to join. So these next weeks are important, but the main point of this is don't be too discouraged if your numbers aren't as crazy as you would expect. That's completely normal, and it's just a function of when the new year is this year, when that first Monday is, and the fact that we've recommended early launches for a lot of you because we don't want people going out and buying other people's programs when they otherwise would have bought yours if they had known you're running something. So that's the quick rundown. We hope that's helpful. If you guys have any questions, don't forget to reach out to your Solin representative. They're here to help. And we're so stoked for the new year. There's going to be some incredible challenges. I think they're going to be really big this year. And we're setting ourselves up. Don't forget, we're setting ourselves up for a March launch, a May launch, summer launch, and the big Solin showdown coming up towards the end of 2025. So we're hyped, and have a great holiday season, a great new year, and let's have a great 2025. All right, guys.